Yeah, sorry, freaking up a little bit. 1 second. Yeah, okay, so hopefully this won't break up, this video. Just broke up for a second there at the beginning. Maybe I switched on the internet too quickly. Hi. Right, so let's talk about sun. Repeat same messages. Obvious things. But from my mind and from my understanding and from my learning, why is sun so powerful, and psychologically what's going on with the sunlight, with a cloud cover sun? What is going on with a cloud cover sun that makes everybody feel amazing, whether you're into health like us or not? What is the mechanisms behind why everybody feels good under a cloud cover sun? So what is it? From my understanding, and more than that, from my experience with sunlight, and I can speak on it as well because it's my experience, but also we're going through a heat wave of cloud cover sun non-stop during the day in the UK for the past 4 or 5 days, and I've been noticing obvious shifts in people's personality, happiness, strangers on the street. Everyone's happier. This is obvious, right? I'm experiencing it. Everyone's happier when the sun is at full blast. You're getting a full beam of sunlight and there's no clouds in the sky. The lux, just touching it there. When the lux, the level of light intensity, is at its maximum, is when the sunlight is just penetrating with no chemtrails, no toxicity from industry coming into the air and infusing the sky with their stupid cloud, not even clouds, but there's the smoke and there's the chemtrails and the clouds. So what's going on? What's going on with the sun? Why does it do this? Why does it? Hi, Mikkel, mate. Nice to have you on board. Why is the sun doing this shit? Why is it psychologically lifting up the spirits of everybody, regardless if you're into health or not, as soon as you step out into it, and as soon as we get that sun, right? What's going on? Well, here's my understanding. I'm going to break it down simply. And of course, the sun has got many levels more complexities than what I'm going to tell you to its power. It's got a million things going on with it, the sun. It's literally got a million things, amazing things going on. But from my understanding, from my observation, the number one, really important reason why, as soon as you step out from an inside in a windowless or a window room, as soon as you step out into the sun, light, actually irregardless of whether there's cloud chemtrails or not, you're going from, I hope this video doesn't break up, you're going, as soon as you step out into the light, in from a place of your breathing pattern is, depending on who you are, your breathing pattern is either you're looking after yourself and your breathing pattern is quite slow and deep anyway, or you're just like a normal, unhealthy person, and it's not. You never do breathing exercises, you eat acidic foods, your lifestyle is not too good on the health side, it's shallow. Whatever your breathing gate is at, wherever, even for us health people, wherever your breathing gate is at when you're inside, as soon as you step outside with the light, even cloud cover, you're breathing automatically. As soon as light hits the eyes, just the eyes, like I did that there, China man. As soon as the sun hits your eyes, even on the cloud cover, your breathing changes from whatever gate or level it's at to even deeper and slower. That's everything in this healing game. Breath is everything. All healing protocols do, all they're doing is slowing down the breath. That's all they do. That's the magic of all healing protocols that we do. All of them. Grounding, aged urine, fasting, fruit eating only. All of these practice, yoga, exercise, all they do is they slow down the breath. So when we go outside, what we're doing is we're slowing down the breath. Now, why people feel even more better in tropical countries, Thailand, Asia, Africa, that have more sun, Florida in the US, is because the level of deep breathing that sunlight gives you is dependent on the level of intensity of lux at that moment. So under cloud cover and heavy cloud cover, say grey, kind of rainy, about to rain or raining, the level will be quite low. You'll still get better breathing than your normal gait, so it will go slower and deeper a little bit. But each level of lux intensity increases, slows down the breathing even more, so slower and deeper. So sunlight, for me anyway, this is just my opinion, seems to work. Why people are psychologically, especially in the UK, I've noticed the change between, we've always got cloud cover sun, and now the past 5 days we've had, in winter as well, spring, we're having 5 days of pure cloudless sun for the whole day. It's crazy. Beautiful sun. I've noticed people's mood shift, and I reckon that a huge part of that is the intensity of lux from a sunny, clear day is very high, up there at the maximum 10,000 lux. And that means that the breathing is getting very super fucking deep. Super. As soon as it hits the eyes, I think it's the infrared light. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it's the infrared light from the sun that makes us deep breathe. As soon as it hits the eyes, we go outside, cloud cover. Everyone is deep breathing. So everyone walking around the streets, wherever you're at, on a cloudless day, not a cloud in the sky, you're getting deep breathing without even trying. It's sunlight is deep breathing session. And that's why people in the health community talk about the power of the sun and getting out in the sun as much as possible. It's why our ancestors were more healthy than us. They lived in the sun. They lived in the sun. I believe we were born in the tropics. So our ancestors were working outside in the sun. They were spending many hours a day in the sun. They were basically deep breathing unconsciously without having to do yoga and pranayama and all this shit that we do. They were doing all this brief breath work by being outside in the sun. So that is a huge factor for me why people are happier in the sun, because it's unconsciously making you, when the breath slows down, we become happier. My experiences of aged urine, fasting, grounding show me that I am happier, my breath slows down, and the way the breath slows down is linked in with the sun. If you don't get the sun, you're so good. You don't get that. You have to do more breath work. You have to focus on other things to get your breathing high. But normal people don't, you see. Unhealthy people don't work on breath. They don't do breath work, plus the acidic foods that make the breath quicker and don't slow it down and they make it shallow and quick. It's not good. So for them, for unhealthy people, it's a huge shock to the system to go from being inside all day, a sunny day, shallow breathing. They go outside and all of a sudden they're deep breathing. They love it. They fucking love it. It's crazy because it's healthy. It's fucking healthy. And it's unconsciously making you healthier. Anything that makes us healthier, whether we do it consciously or not, like slowing down breath, it makes us happier. Healthier and happier are tied together. That's why I love Health Protocols, why you guys watch his videos, and we build up these communities in here, because health is happiness and happiness is health. So that's huge. The level of, I'll repeat this message, the level intensity of lux determines the level of deep breathing. So people here generally in sunny climates for that reason. They are getting an unconscious, deeper breathing session than, say, people living in the UK that are under cloudy skies more often. So we get a deep breathing session when we go outside, true, but not as much as someone that's got full cloudless skies, like in Florida and tropical climates and just got more sun than us. That's why I think they say Thai people are the land of 1,000 smiles. It's because the sun's out all the time. That's why people in tropical climates are always smiley and happy when you walk. Think of the Caribbean, the stereotypes. These stereotypes are true. They are fucking true. So yeah, that's one thing I want to say. Number two, psychologically, although it's not straight away, why I think that the sun heating power makes people makes you feel good is because the sun penetrates the entire body, but the people dress up, so that's a problem for the skin, right? People normally dress up to the nines as well, so they've got, like I am now, I'm inside, it's nighttime, I'm protecting myself, but people normally dress up completely. It doesn't matter, because even if people dress up and they got clothes, and nudism is a thing, by the way, it's very fucking powerful, but what people are doing is, what the sun is doing to people the longer they stay out in it, even for, is it's healing the brain. Like the sun penetrates into the brain. It really does. It has the power. Infrared light penetrates to a depth of 30 centimeters. UVA penetrates very deep, very deep. The brain is not, the skull is not that thick. Yeah, and the sunlight purifies. I guarantee the way it was designed by the creator is for the sun to penetrate deep into the deepest recesses of our body. So whenever the sun comes and we're outside, even the cloud cover, it penetrates and hits the brain. And when the sun hits the brain, it's medicine. The sun is medicine for the whole body. The sun is medicine for the brain. And when the sun, the longer the sun hits the brain, the more healing. But I think the key reason why it makes you feel good to be out in the sun, apart from the deep breathing, which I just mentioned, is because it heals the brain, but more specifically, it rebalances the imbalances that we all have between the brain hemispheres. Because I think depression and negative states and incorrect thinking and negative beliefs and values have stemmed from an imbalance between the left brain we have and the right brain. Our left brain being masculine, our right brain being feminine. There's an imbalance, and I've talked about this in previous videos, but think about it. Left brain thinking is encouraged in school, learning garbage, destroying our creativity. Our right brain is creative. Our right brain is unity consciousness, God consciousness. That's a fact, by the way. Left brain is more ego and separate. So right brain is unity. So the system is designed for us to be, it's designed that a perfectly balanced baby between the hemispheres, and when they go to school, when the parents start passing over bad beliefs and diet to the children, over time, that little child, especially in school and puberty and adolescence, and it just, the whole and doing jobs you don't love, even adults now doing jobs you don't love, all these things have been designed to destroy our right brain, our happiness, our unity consciousness with other people, our creativity. And what the sun does is it heals. The longer the better, but it gets in there and it rebalances the brain hemispheres. And I conclude this from my own self-experimentation with sun gazing, because when I sun gaze, I know it's rebalancing my brain hemisphere. Something I've ever done, apart from H-Dura topical application and H-Dura in my brain. But apart from that, it's very powerful sun gazing to rebalance the brain hemispheres. But next to sun gazing, the sun, I guarantee, is also, even under cloud cover, although it takes longer under cloud cover, but a cloudless sky with the sun hitting down on just a normal person's face that doesn't really take the time to do health protocols like us. It's each minute and each hour outside in the sun, with that sun penetrating. They're not wearing a hat. That's the key. Please don't wear hats on a sunny day. Any hats, don't fucking wear them. That's a hack, a pro tip. Because if you do, you'll stop. And now I think about this in my mind and I see other people doing it. You're stopping the light penetrating a key area of your body. The brain is key for physical health and emotional health. The brain is the seat for the emotions and for rebalancing that brain hemispheres. And you won't do it. So when the sun hits your brain, it fixes everything, man. It just helps with your emotional health and it heals the brain up from toxicity. But most importantly, from my opinion, it rebalances the matrix has done, the damage that the matrix has done to all of our brain hemispheres. The sun. And that's why I think the matrix has designed it so that everybody thinks sun gazing and looking at the sun is dangerous. That's the primary reason why I think they put it in place, to say that the sun gazing, looking at the sun is bad, because I think they're worried, the matrix, the elites, they're worried about us rebalancing our brain hemispheres, because they've gone to a lot of trouble to imbalance us, to imbalance our masculine and our feminine side of our brains. They've gone on to, I can prove it, pharmaceutical companies make us ill, school, they fuck us over with school and doing jobs we don't love, and divide and conquer, and wars, and getting us hating each other. So they've gone to a lot of trouble, so they have to put these things in place, like looking at the sun is bad, to stop us rebalancing our brain hemispheres. When our brain hemispheres get rebalanced, we get happier. You will naturally feel happier when, like I said, when you start deep breathing, slowing down your breath, you'll get happier. Number two, you start getting happier as soon as the light medicine hits the corpus callosum, which balances the brain hemispheres. And once these start imbalanced, things will happen. And for me, I can speak on this because my depression and my worst days of my life when I was 16 was from created imbalance within the system. My right brain hemisphere got completely destroyed. I think we all did. Mine was a shocking case of right hemisphere imbalance, which I'm still fixing now. It's taking a long time, but I'm come a long way, so don't get me wrong. I just know that my brain hemispheres are really fucking imbalanced from depression. Yeah, the depression makes us, and a negative thinking, thoughts, and it's all about me and my problems, damages the right brain. The right brain being unity, and we are one, and my problems are not my own. Everyone's sharing the same problems or going through tough times. That's the right brain. The left brain's like, oh, it's just me, and it's me, and I'm the only one going through this. So my right brain took a hit. My connection to other people took a hit. I don't come a long way. I'm still fucking compassionate now. I'm much more happy, compassionate than I was. But yeah, we need to heal that right side, that feminine side of the brain. The matrix wants us left brain, masculine, logical, which is cool. It's needed to a point, This logical, rational, but it's the creative, feminine side, the unity, and that we want more, because that's what the matrix doesn't want us, because they're worried. Unity is everything. Yeah, it really is. Okay, on that note, to recap, the sun. Each level of light intensity slows down your breath even more. So cloud cover, to being indoors, will slow your breath down in an instant, straight away. The longer you stay outside under cloud cover, the longer you're going to deep breathe. Now, if it's a sunnier day, like it has been for the past few days in the UK, your breathing slows down even more, which is why people love the sun, whether you're into health or not. They don't know it. Normal people don't know it. I'm telling you this information that normal people don't fucking know. So anyone that gets out in the sun, unconscious, breathe super slow. That's number one. So that's good. Two, it rebalances the brain hemispheres, hits the brain. Never wear hats on a sunny day or a cloud cover day, unless it's fucking freezing and your ear's about to drop off. Even then I wouldn't recommend it. On really cold days, just wrap up really warm and cover your body except your hands and your face. You want light into your brain. Yeah, that's the key. On that note, I love you lots. Yes, and Leonardo, I'm just reading a comment. All healing is due to breath. Life is breath. All the healing modalities slow down breath. And sun is no exception. Aged urine, fasting, grounding, intermittent fasting, fruit eating, herbs, all of them, the lot, distilled water, all of them, yoga, exercise, they slow down breath.